Let's talk rent back in your sale. A rent back is an amazing tool that can be used when you're looking to sell your home and purchase another one. It's also a great tool to be used if you are potentially relocating to another state or you have a timed move that you don't want to adjust exactly when you list your home. So here's how it works. You decide that you're going to list your home on the market. You may not have a property to move to yet, but you want the proceeds from your home in order to purchase that next property or just to feel guaranteed that your sale has gone through. But you may need some extra time in order to find that next property. Or here's a great example. We had some clients a few years ago that opted to do a rent back. They wanted to sell their home in the late winter, early spring market here in Minnesota that is very hyper competitive. They wanted to get the most for their property, but they were relocating to another state in June. So we arranged a rent back. They sold their property when they could get the most money, and then they rented back the home from the buyers until they were ready to move to their new location. The same can be true for your next purchase, even if it's in the same city or, regional area. You might want to go sell your property and know exactly what you're getting for it and have a close date. So then you can go out and search for the home. For instance, if your home sells for $50,000 over list price because it's really competitive, you might be willing to spend a little bit more on your next property. A rent back is a great tool. So you go list your home, you try to close quickly. And our recommendation for a rent back, let's try to close in 30 to 40 days so that we know the deal is done. You have your money and you can move forward and feel confident that you have what you need to buy your next place. We write up the offer and you propose a rent back with the purchasers of the property. You can rent back for any period of time that both parties agree upon, presuming the lender agrees to it. So if someone's getting a mortgage on a loan, in order to occupy it as your primary residence, it's most common the new buyer will have to move in within 60 days of closing. So then we're trying to arrange a full timeline, right? If you are selling and you really need a long time to search for a home, maybe you negotiate a 60-day closing, so that gives you 60 days to find a place, and a 60-day rent back. So now you have 120 days to secure your next property. The problem is, we know things can go south in real estate. It's not super common, but sometimes deals fall apart. So all of a sudden, you have 60 days where the buyer can fall apart. We prefer to tighten up that timeline so you know your deal closes. Additionally, if you really have to sell the home to purchase, you're still writing contingent offers during that first 60 days while you're waiting for your house to close. So if you can close quickly and then negotiate a 60-day rent back, maybe more if your buyer happens to be cash, then you're buying yourself time to go find the next property and hopefully avoid moving twice, which saves a lot of money. Rent backs are so great for sellers. Don't discredit them. Ask buyers for them if that's what you want. Many people are willing to give it. It's just about negotiating terms related to it or a certain price that makes sense for the buyer to remain where they're at. If you're looking to sell your home in Minnesota or Wisconsin and you need help figuring out what terms you would like in order to satisfy your goals, our group would love to help.